y'all thought we was cooking up earlier through the day and through the night, we about to get even hotter right now. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with that good word, man, and that good boxing talk. Changing paces. Yeah, that's what we're gonna continue to do. We're gonna cover the whole board of sports. And talking about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, and I don't believe that they really want to fight each other, period, right now. I don't think it's a mutual interest in fighting each other. They can say what they want to say. This is my unique opinion on this, and if you disagree, go ahead and let me know how you feel, but keep it respectful, because I will never disrespect any of the subscribers and commenters until they disrespect this channel and disrespect myself first and foremost. So come correct and come respectfully, and that's all I ask. But I don't think they really want it, because if two fighters wanted to fight, they'd go ahead and fight. And knowing the history about the welterweight division, 2006 was the first time the WBO was considered a major belt and was considered as a part of being undisputed, because you had the IBF, the WBA, which is the longest reigning major sanctioning belt body, WBC, and then the WBO was integrated as being required for undisputed, so you needed all four. And I know you asked, what is next, the IBO? Hope not. But, and there's never been a welterweight champion that held the WBO belt while being undisputed. That's an actual fact. And somebody put me on game on that a long time ago. And I followed up and did the research. Matter of fact, he sent the link, and it was true. So statistics would tell us that there won't be an undisputed welterweight champion. And it's a lot of hurdles to clear right now. Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Keith Thurman for Errol Spence. His side of the street is much more lavish. For Crawford's side of the street, his popularity ain't really gonna grow none by fighting these guys, even on ESPN. They're not, name product fighters. They're not synonymous with the sport of boxing. Jose Benavidez. No casual fans know who the hell Jose Benavidez is, because his only notable fight was a struggle in a gift decision versus Mauricio Herrera, from what I understand. Carlos Adames, he's Dominican. He looked like he got some size and some skills, but, we don't know. We haven't seen him tested. The Incas guy, he fights this Saturday on the Danny O'Connor, Jose Ramirez card. Nobody watching that card for real. And, Lucas Matisse, he got paid, which, I might have already dropped a video on that. But he got paid and he had it to Malaysia. So Matisse and Crawford is most unlikely. Amir Khan is done. So, Errol Spence the game plan is for Errol Spence to come into the fight with 3 belts. And Terence Crawford 1 belt. So that poses a problem right there, because if anything that Bob Aaron's been put out there is that he wants this fight to be 50-50. Down the middle, pay-per-view, they split the revenue. How can this fight be 50-50 when it'll be clear that Errol Spence will be the A side, according to the Anthony Joshua fans, because he brings more belts to the tables than Terence Crawford? And not only that, Errol Spence brings more money to the table with the pushing behind Al Heyman and the whole Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime. He has more money. It was shown that today when Bob Arum couldn't outbid Yvonne Michaels of TGB Promotions. He lost a purse bid. He's not willing to put all that money into no fighter, no fighter period. Not even Lomachenko. He lost a purse bid for Lomachenko and Gary Russell, so he's not willing to put up none of his money for any fighter, no matter if they got the complexion for top-ranked selection or not. It's been proven. And I'm a dude that does thorough research. And you be like, people are like, man, how do you do the research? It's just about knowing where to look. I took plenty of college courses, man. I had plenty of tough professors and plenty of tough high school teachers. And matter of fact, my mom was a teacher, so on top of that, I had no other choice but to learn how to research and get it on the muscle. You know what I'm saying? So the research is crazy, just knowing where to look. And once you get a system going, and you always want to be innovative and looking to upgrade where you find information and where you get information from. And it's a test period, man, because you got to see if a lot of these sources is real. And once they turn out to be real, then I can turn my videos into knowing breaking news from rumors to knowing breaking news. But back to the topic of the video, I just don't think they really want it. Not right now. I think both is happy doing what they doing. I think both is happy with being undefeated and smashing the level of opposition they smashing right now. And like I said, it's no mutual interest. It's no one guy that's standing there saying like, yeah, I want to fight Crawford or I want to fight Spence for sure. Yeah, let's do it. It's not. I don't get that vibe. You know, I don't get that energy. I'm a big dude on energy and vibes and body language and all that, and verbiage and all that. I'm big on that, and I don't sense that energy coming from neither one of them guys. People say, "Oh, Errol Spence fight anybody anytime. Terence Crawford fight anybody anytime." You know, I don't sense that. Right now, I think it's a mutual agreement that they'll fight probably in 2020. You know, and I say that because Errol Spence said he want to get Danny and Sean, the Sean winner, or he can get Keith Thurman. She might not get Keith Thurman until 2020 or 2021 at all. And it'd be something if he sits there and his game plan is these guys get injured or prolong the fight or drop the belt. Then they go vacant. Then he got to wait till the vacant champion defend his belt one time. And then he got to wait to see if he fight him. And then Keith Thurman, see if he come back healthy. It's too much. It's too much in this equation. Sit here and wait. If these two pit bulls and these two lions, you know, King of the Jungles, really wanted to prove who the best, they both universally recognized as the best at welterweight. Why do we need this to be undisputed? Like I said, once again, to go back to the beginning of the video, for people who didn't hear me or understand what I said, there's never been an undisputed welterweight champion that's held the WBO belt. The WBO belt is the most hardest belt to get in for the undisputed welterweight champion. Errol Spence, I want to get Crawford first. I want to prove that I can whoop on Crawford. Then I can go back for Danny and Sean and Keith Thurman and be undisputed. You want to get the hard guy down first. And then you can catch the rest of them tricky trouts on the back end, you know. But if he really wanted it and tell Al he really wanted to make it happen, really make it happen for Terence Crawford to be smarter. Because let's say hypothetically that Errol Spence get all these belts, okay? And Terence Crawford continues to win, which is probably the most highest possibility to have in this whole equation, all right? That's the most likely, that Terence Crawford is going to clean his side of the street up, which ain't shit, but alley cats and vagabonds in the middle of the street. He going to easily do what he need to do, you know, unless they somehow go outside the loop and he move up or he get a chance to fight Danny Sean to Keith Thurman before Errol Spence do, which is most likely not to happen, you know. But, you know, let's say everything goes as planned and Errol Spence gets these 3 belts and they fight in 2020. Why would Errol Spence want to do 50-50 with Terence Crawford on pay-per-view when I'm bringing 3 belts? When I'm the one over here putting the hard work in, beating the Danny or Sean Porter, beating Keith Thurman. I beat the number 1 welterweight in Keith Thurman. You know, that people say that's number 1 and Ring said number 1. I beat another top 3 welterweight in Sean and Danny Garcia. While you over there beating Jeff Horn and Jose Benavidez and Carlos Adamos and the crew at Top Rank. So, you know, why would I want to do 50-50 with you? This is easy a 70-30 split type of thing. You know? You ain't no A-side where people go, well, Crawford is the pound for pound champion. That's subjective. That's very, very subjective. You know? That's opinion data. That's an opinion data list. That's not factual. Nobody that should not be used for negotiations. And that's gonna be another hanging point. People just think that Crawford is gonna clean his side of the street and have an easy walk down the yellow brick road, and Errol Spence is gonna just run through his competition, which might not be that easy. Like my homie Cali Enigma said, we went live earlier. You never know. He can land that money. Any of these guys can get the money punch land on him. You know, any of these guys can get injured. Any of these guys can get exposed and the value of this fight instantly drops. That could easily happen. You know, Danny Garcia ain't no chump. Would I be 100% shocked if Danny Garcia beat Errol Spence? No, it's the hurt business. Would I be shocked if Benavidez or Adamas landed the money shot on Crawford? No, it's the hurt business. A lot of people will be shocked because they act like these fighters don't get a check too. These fighters ain't hungry. These fighters ain't trained their whole life or majority of their life for this shot. Everybody take it for granted that these guys eventually gonna meet up a few years down the line and they want to marinate. It don't work like that. This don't work. This ain't the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is the hurt business. Anything can happen. This is the only sport you can, you know, hit a knife inning home run and win the game in any inning. In any round you can win it. You can win this sport. And my whole premise is this: if they really wanted to fight each other, it ain't about the belts. When it was Pacquiao Mayweather, it wasn't about the belts. You feel me? It's not about the belts. If Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis fight right now, everybody knows, even without the belts, those are unquestionably the two best junior welterweights out there. Okay? Canelo didn't bring no belts to the table versus Triple G the first fight. And then he didn't elect to fight for the WBC. But it wasn't about the belts. It was about the prestige of the fight. It was about the Mexican icon right now, the Oscar De La Hoya, the Chavez Sr. of his time, and Canelo Alvarez fighting this big Triple G guy that was destroying everything. You know, it's about the prestige of the fight. The belts is not prestigious no more. When they continue to keep adding and adding belts, it didn't become about the belts. It's not about undisputed. You know what? Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, none of them held all the belts and was considered undisputed. But they still was the best. People knew that was the best, what you're going to get, the creme de la creme of what boxing had to offer. Even past their primes, they knew that. It ain't about these belts. It's about, do you want to beat the best? This is your legacy right here. And that's what you want. And if these two fine-tuned athletes, in my Bobby Boucher voice, really wanted to fight, they wouldn't be hiding behind, the belts and hiding behind, I want to clean up my side street. No, we want to get it on right now. Because, whoever tell them the financial jump is not coming like that. The financial jump don't come with fighting 2 times a year versus Adamos and Ingus or Danny or Keith Thurman. That don't make you a pay-per-view star. And if that was the case, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, they would be pay-per-view stars. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, they'd be pay-per-view stars with their whole resume. It don't work like that. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, that's the gateway fight to get into a pay-per-view fight. A rematch, a rubber match, those are gateway fights to be a superstar in the sport of boxing. Not these little underboss fights. You want to fight the best that your division has to offer. If it's today, tomorrow, next year, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is still the best. What's the difference between then and now? People banking on undisputed. I wouldn't bank on undisputed. I wouldn't. Because it hasn't happened in the welterweight division. And with Keith Thurman rolling around and having the death grip of love on the WBA championship, and with Sean and Danny Garcia known to get injured and prolong fights, man, you might not get Sean and Danny Garcia to the end of 2019, and then you still want to hunt down Keith Thurman. That might not happen to 2020, 2020 itself. So you want to waste 2 years of your career chasing down guys when you could already have a Ruth Chris steak on the platter. You can already have that. Why you continue to eat at Arby's and McDonald's and White Castle and Burger King when you go get the Ruth Chris steak? Right now, you gonna get your steak. Because if you beat Terence Crawford, people gonna look at you like you the lineal pound for pound guy. That's what's at stake. It's clout. Forget the hardware. Forget the trinkets. It's about the respect. And when you get the respect of the fans, and you get the fans having all eyes on this fight, the fans don't give a hell if it's the undisputed fight. They see these guys on the Breakfast Club, talking some real G gangster shit, and they want to see them in the ring rumbling. And if they could market this fight the right way without the titles, because the titles don't matter, they can market this fight, market these two fighters in a nice 5 or 6 city press tour, and had Mayweather kind of MC it and had old legends come back and endorse it, and get creative with it, man. Get creative with it. Had the legends come back and bag these young fighters since they didn't want to pass the torch to them. Had Pacquiao Mayweather come MC this and get behind this and use some of their marketing genius and skills. Put these promoters to work. What you paying all these promoters for if they can't really make this fight what it should be? The time is now. Because tomorrow is not promised, and we all know that. There ain't no promise that these guys going to walk through their opponents, no matter how invincible you think their opponents are. But it's the hurt business. Them motherfuckers hit the bag just like they hit the bag. They bleed just like they bleed. They sweat just like they sweat. You feel me? And it's time to stop marinating these fights and thinking like these promoters marinate these fights. Because by the time you marinate it, one of these guys lose, then the fight loses the pizzazz, it loses the sizzle. But y'all know what it is. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Much respect to everybody around. Shout out to the LDBC and the YTBC and everybody in between. Speaking that real boxing trio shit, man. But don't forget me, the Cali Enigma, Colossal Sports TV. We got a joint venture, a college sports channel, the S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. Check the link in the description. and join us, man. Subscribe even if you don't like it, man. Just show us some support. We most definitely appreciate it. And don't forget, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And if you want to DM me or you got a question, that's the quickest way to get in touch with me. And also share, and subscribe and hit the bell icon so you know we upload and go live. And also, if you got some business inquiries or you want to get at me on some business tip, just use my email, only for business inquiries only. Anything else, hit me in the links in the description for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.